What it do? Yeah, we at it again. So I haven't been playing Call of Duty because it's too frustrating and irritating, and I don't think it really takes any skill. I don't want to just sit in a building all day waiting for people to come through and all that other stuff. I like to maneuver around, and in this game, that's what it's all about. It's all about out maneuvering people. So I haven't been playing this game like long. I've probably only been playing a week, so I'm not like a key master and all this other stuff. I'm not gonna try to pretend that I'm fucking ACU and fucking busy, or the best player in the world in this, but I have been getting better in it just by practicing. So I'm gonna show you guys like some of the basics that I've been learning, and some of the mistakes that I even see like players make. I'm gold 2. I should be like platinum by either tonight or tomorrow. I'll be platinum. I didn't want to show you guys, like, I'm gonna show you guys like the grind of fucking, I'm gonna try to get to Apex Predator or whatever, but I've been learning how to use Pathfinder. Whoops, that didn't work. Yeah, so I've been playing with Pathfinder because I noticed like Pathfinder just has my game style as far as being able to get in, get out of places, get up on places, like really maneuver. He got the best maneuverability. In practice, always get the fucking gold backpack. You don't got to worry about none of these unless you're like 1v1 in players. But I really don't put any attachments and stuff on the guns. But this, we're not even going to show you guns. But the reason why I can get gold backpack is you can pick up way more bullets to practice with your guns. But that's neither here nor there. I'm fixing to show you guys the main basic thing that you should be doing before you even start practicing shooting or do any other shooting techniques or anything. This is like the key, most basic things that a lot of players overlook. And sometimes I'm talking about even like the good players. I've played with people that are like diamond and they don't even like, I already move better than them. I've been playing this for like a week and a half. Like, I'm like, how you don't know how to like climb and maneuver around and all that other stuff? I'm like, they've been playing this shit for like 3-4 seasons now. Game's originally been out. I've been playing this a week and I already know some of the mechanics that they don't know. But the slide jump. So the slide jump is going to consist of you going from a gap. So whenever you see those hands, you see how like your character's hands, the slide jump utilizes, that's when you're in the running of momentum. And like, that's what this game is all about. It's all about momentum. For my button layout, I play on Xbox. So if you're playing with controller, I go, a good player put me on this. He's pretty good, all right at this. But he had put me on this button layout. So this is what I'm using for my control. I'm using button puncher. The reason why I'm using button puncher is because it switches the melee and the melee and the crouch. The crouch gets put here, so you can crouch slide without having to come off of your joystick. So the good thing about doing it like that is, like, let's say I wanted to slide and I wanted to slide at an angle. I can do that easy without having to switch my fingers off the buttons, and I can still control the direction of which I slide. You can't do that if you're just using the default. You're using the default because you're not going to be quick enough. I don't care who you are, you're not going to be quick enough to be able to do it. So this is the slide jump. Right before you're coming to gaps, the slide jump is going to utilize, I messed that part up. The slide jump is going to get you from gap to gap. So you see how I just cleared this gap? You see how big this gap is? That's what the slide jumps let you utilize. And it keeps the momentum going. So it lets you stick that jump. I mean, you're still able to do a slide jump with a regular button layout, but the reason why I switched to button pusher is because, like I said, if I wanted to slide jump that way, slide jump this way, you see, you can't do that if you're not going to be able to do that if you got a regular default layout. So it allows your slides to be cleaner and more controlled, more precise. Now, what you do give up is the ability of sticking things with A. Like, it's a little bit harder. Like, you can't really bunny hop. D-hopping and stuff is a little bit harder like that, because normally you would use the crouch A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, so you'd be able to bunny hop all the way around shit. And but with a little bit of skill and shit, you could do it. I mean, it's just having to manipulate your fingers. Now, I do this about 10 times a day before I even, every time I practice. So before I even go into matches, I practice a little bit, at least for about an hour. And this is one of the first things I work on. So that's the slide jump. You guys got that down. So I'm going to take you guys to the next part. And this is what I just learned from watching ACU's tutorial and stuff like that. So if you wanted to like learn, always learn from the best, you know. I'm just showing you guys, I'm not claiming I'm the best or anything else. I'm just saying, like, I know the fundamentals already, and that's really what you want to learn about a game before you go into this. Game's more about movement than it is about shooting. You can shooting, anybody can shoot, anybody can practice shooting, aiming. That's going to be prevalent in any fucking shooting game that you play. If you've played Halo to Call of Duty to Apex to PUBG, you know, that's going to be prevalent in that. Next, I do I'll show you where else the slide jump comes into play. The slide jump comes into play right here. See, if you just try to regularly jump and climb, you see how I just did that slide? Now, you do that just by getting on top and sliding. So that's just a regular slide off the top. But we're going to do a slide jump off the top of a climb. And that's a slide jump right here. You see, I just cleared this gap. I got from here to here. See how big of a gap that is? That's what the slide jump allows you to utilize, and you can do the slide jump on anything. So if I climbed right here, you just hold the stick. I try to do it again. Sometimes you'll make it, sometimes you won't. You see that? See that? That's a slide jump, and that's what it allows you to utilize. Always practice your slide jumps. Like, I still practice, and I'm not perfect whatsoever, but if I play this for 2-3 months, trust me, I'll be perfect at it, because a lot of players do not practice their fucking slide jumps. For whatever reason, they don't like try to practice the fundamentals. A lot of players that I know that play like gold and even platinum. I played with a platinum player. He got like over 2,000 kills with one player with a Pathfinder, and he got like 1,000 kills with a Wraith, all that stuff, and he don't even slide jump. He don't know how to maneuver and get out of there, and that's why he goes down twice as much, because he doesn't know how to keep his momentum going. Momentum will help your speed keep going, and it helps you climb faster, move faster, get up out of there way faster on somebody. You see that? Just slide jumping, knowing where to get out of there, and it helps you maneuver and shake the shit out of people. So while they're trying to fucking, a lot of people play so stiff. They play stiff, and the whole time they aim with their gun. You know, and they're trying to fucking run with their gun, and then they're just playing stiff, and that's how they get down a lot, because they'll run with their gun. Try to run without your gun, and then sometimes it's okay to run with your gun too. Sometimes if you're in the heat of a battle, you do want to keep your gun out if you're in the heat of a battle, but you can still slide. You see that? You can still slide jump with your gun. You're just not going to go as far. Climbing to the top and jumping back. So on a controller, all it is climbing, because a lot of people don't know that when you climb, just hold the stick button, which is the A, the jump button, the same button as jump. That's on a PC, it would be Y, I think it's Y or W, but it's whatever your jump button is. So your jump button is what's going to allow you to stick onto things. So like if I'm, see how I'm sticking onto that? See, I'm sticking onto that, and I could have climbed right over, but that's what allows you to stick onto objects. As soon as you stick it, you can just climb and then like maneuver around. So that'll get you in places a lot of people can't go. But to the wall jump, and to stay on point with the wall jump, you're gonna, damn, I can't kind of show you here. You're gonna use your A, and as you're using A on this one, pull back. So when you climb, you're gonna climb, pull back, and hit A at the same time. Hit the jump at the same time, and you'll jump off. So as soon as you stick, bounce off. What that'll do is that's the wall jump. So that's just the basic wall jump. Now, where you utilize the two together, this is when you start piecing things together. Run, you can do a slide jump in, keep your momentum, and run up the wall and bounce off. That allows you to keep your momentum going, stick it faster, turn around and shoot, shake a guy out. That's why you see a lot of guys like they might think that you're fixing to climb this wall and you jump off of it. Like they might think you're finna climb this, you jump off and turn around and shoot, boom. Like it's just playing with the maneuverabilities. It's kind of like doing parkour, just like ACU says. It's exactly like parkour. If you've ever played Mirror's Edge or anything of that nature, like this is parkour at its finest. Like they took parkour and turned it into the finest. I'm gonna do a special like showing you guys how to do all that with Pathfinder, and I've learned that only using Pathfinder. Like by day 2 I learned how to do that. Like I'm gonna do one on each legend. I'm not a master at all legends yet or anything like that. I'm not gonna pretend I am, but I'm getting really good with Pathfinder. And then I'm getting my main character is Bang, and I show you guys how to use her a little bit too. Like I've played 2 weeks on this game in total. I played a week before Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, and then I played a week after I was fed up with Call of Duty and how campy and trash it is. But that's neither here nor there. Those are the main basics I'm gonna show you. Then after this one, I'll probably end up doing a video showing you guys how to do zip lines, as far as how to practice shooting on the zip line and how to ride the zip line, because that's in and of itself. Or I could just do it the same video. I'll just do it the same video. So like what you want to do is ride the zip line, but with controller it's a little bit different from PC, because what you're doing is jumping and hitting X at the same time to put yourself back on the zip line and just ride it out. Doing this keeps you from getting shot. And then it also, like, let's say I've had instances where somebody's riding the zip line this way, and just being able to do this, going to the left, going to the right, it's allowed me to jump around a player. So you can still, if you ride on a zip line and somebody's coming at you at the same way, if you're doing this, you're gonna go right around them. While they'll panic, they really don't know what the fuck to do. They'll panic and try to shoot your ass down. So it's just about learning the movements. Once you start playing with the movements and understand like how to climb and how to stick and all that other stuff, like I'll probably do a separate video on climbing, because climbing in and of itself is like a trick to itself. You feel me? It's just getting comfortable with how to stick things. So like, it's once you know that you stuck yourself to an object, it's just climbing up it and then learn how to move around it. Like I'm not as fire as ACU and all them, but I'm pretty good. I'm pretty all right to be only on this thing for a week. You know, I'm pretty good. See, that's where the stick would come in. This is just basic riding the zip line. Why isn't it catching? There you go. See, Finally. Fucking finally. After like 10 tries. But that's what the maneuverability and getting comfortable with the game does. I mean, that's really basically all I have for you guys. It's really not. If you utilize those basic things, you'll notice a drastic change in your game. Dead serious. Like another thing I wanted to talk about is before we go, because I'm just doing this on the go. I didn't write it down and be like, oh, we're gonna. That's really not how I do a lot of my videos. You can also practice slide jumping with your gun. That's fine too. Like practicing slide jumping with your gun, that's fine too. You notice you can still pull it off. Practicing slide jumping. Like the reason why you want to do this is you might see a guy, boom, 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 light him up. Like, let me show you an example. My bad. Fucking I messed it up. Let's say you see a guy, put some shots off. As soon as you catch him running, you know, you got to slide for cover. Maybe you got shot in the back or whatever. So you need to take cover and reload. That's where that slide jump comes in. Light them up. You got to reload, pop back up, boom, bust a few shots over. You know, it's all about utilizing cover and stuff. Like that's in fundamentals of shooting though. I'm gonna teach you that like just in the shooting realm, and you'll see a drastic change in gameplay. Drastic. And that's in like heat of fights. Knowing when to put your gun away and knowing when not to put your gun away. In order to move at the most momentum you can, you have to have your gun put away. So you can never move at your fastest momentum without having your gun put away. Because if you have your gun out, the same jump, you see how he fell just a little bit short. You also climb and move faster with your gun fucking put away. So you can bring your gun out when you know you're fixing to go into the heat of a battle. But if you're trying to get out of a battle and you're trying to outmaneuver somebody, put your gun away, get the fuck up out of it. Trust me, they'll still be trying to shoot at you and move. And while they're still trying to shoot at you and move, they're all stiff and running slow. Because a lot of players, I'm telling you, a lot of players run with their guns. Like, I see even some of the pros do it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, if you're in the heat of a battle, it makes sense to run with your gun because you never know when you're going to have to pull it up. But a lot of people make this mistake when they're chasing a kill or trying to chase down a guy. They run with their guns out because they're thinking about, oh, I might not get a chance to shoot this guy. But majority of the time, that guy's going to get away because you're running with your gun up and you're moving way slower compared to cutting them down, cutting the gap and then pulling your gun out. You know, it's all situational. But that's just the basics, man. See me in the practice arena because it's really important to be here. They put this here for a reason because a lot of players was asking for this specific thing. They were tired of having to go through the training just to be able to fucking practice on things they wanted to do. You have to crawl before you can walk. Before you knew how to read, you had to learn your ABCs. You had to learn how to sound words out and everything else, right? Before you learn how to headshot a person while zip lining and being in midair, shooting yourself clear across the map with a grapple. Before you can really like master your characters, you have to master the basics of the game and understand the basic of the game. Like battle royales, majority of battle royales play the same. It's about controlling the circle, third party and teams and all that type of nature. But we'll go over those tips in another video too. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I hope you guys can take these tips and utilize them to the best of your ability. Stay blessed and hit that like. Hit the subscribe bitches.
I'm reloaded! Okay? motherfuckers! Come on, I'm waiting for you! Well, you ain't coming in? Okay, I'm coming out! I'm gay.